Stepping onto the spaceship Harlem 1, I felt a mix of excitement and disbelief. This was supposed to be my budget vacation, a much-needed escape from the dreary routine of my life. Yet here I was, clutching my small suitcase, stepping into what could only be described as a palace in space. The entrance hall was vast, filled with gleaming surfaces and advanced technology that seemed to blend seamlessly with the opulent decor. I stood there for a moment, soaking it all in. There were no other passengers in sight, which struck me as odd, but I figured I must have boarded early. I wandered through the corridors, marveling at the luxurious details. Soft lighting, plush carpets, and walls adorned with intricate patterns. My footsteps echoed in the silence, adding to the surreal feeling. This had to be a mistake, but I wasn't going to complain. The luxurious suite. Reaching my cabin, my jaw dropped. It was more of a suite than a cabin. A king-sized bed with silk sheets dominated the room, flanked by a private balcony offering a breathtaking view of the stars. The bathroom rivaled those in five-star hotels, complete with a jacuzzi and rain shower. Dropping my suitcase, I sank onto the bed, staring at the ceiling. This was beyond my wildest dreams. Feeling a pang of hunger, I decided to explore the ship and find the dining hall. As I wandered through the corridors, I began to notice something peculiar. Every person I encountered was a stunningly beautiful woman. Each one seemed to possess a unique and otherworldly charm, their short dresses accentuating their figures, revealing smooth, flawless skin and curves that made my thoughts stray to places they shouldn't. I felt like I had stepped into a dream, or perhaps a very expensive fantasy. An extravagant meal. The dining hall, when I finally found it, was even more extravagant than my cabin. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceiling, and tables were set with fine china and silverware. I took a seat and perused the menu, which featured dishes I had never even heard of. As I waited for my meal, I couldn't help but admire the women around me. They moved with a grace that was almost hypnotic, their short dresses revealing just enough to make my heart race. "Excuse me, is this seat taken?" A voice interrupted my thoughts. I looked up to see a blue-skinned woman with glowing violet eyes. Her presence was mesmerizing. No. Go ahead," I stammered. "I'm Lyra," she said, sitting down gracefully. "And you are?" "John Smith," I replied, still trying to process her appearance. "Nice to meet you." Before I could say more, another woman joined us. She had fiery red hair and eyes that seemed to flicker with an inner light. Her dress hugged her curves in all the right places. "I'm Kayla," she introduced herself, her voice warm and confident. "Interesting to see a man on this ship." I chuckled nervously. "Yeah, about that. I think there's been a mix-up. I was supposed to be on a budget cruise." Lyra and Kayla exchanged a glance. "A mix-up, you say?" Lyra's eyes seemed to penetrate my very soul. "Yeah, I mean, this place is amazing, but it's definitely not what I booked," I explained. Kayla leaned forward, her eyes narrowing slightly. "You do realize this ship is exclusively for the Galactic Emperor's concubines, right?" My stomach dropped. "Concubines," I echoed, my voice barely above a whisper. Lyra's eyes softened. "Yes, and the fact that you're here is highly unusual." Feeling a wave of unease, I tried to reassure them. "Look, I don't mean any harm. I just boarded the wrong ship by mistake." Lyra's eyes flickered as if she was trying to read my mind. After a moment, she sighed. "He's telling the truth. He's genuinely confused." Kayla relaxed a bit but remained skeptical. "We need to discuss this with the others. Stay here." As they walked away, I couldn't shake the feeling of being a fish out of water. What had I gotten myself into? I finished my meal in silence, the luxurious surroundings now feeling a bit intimidating. The sight of so many beautiful women had my mind in overdrive, making it hard to focus on anything else. Meeting the concubines. Later that evening, I returned to my cabin, my mind racing. I had been on the ship for only a few hours, and already I felt like I was living in a bizarre dream. Settling into the plush bed, I couldn't help but think I had lucked out with the most incredible upgrade imaginable. But the reality of the situation gnawed at me. The next morning, I woke to find a message on the screen in my cabin. Meeting in the lounge at 10 a.m. My heart pounded. What if they decided to throw me out into space? At the appointed time, I made my way to the lounge. The women had gathered, their expressions a mix of curiosity and caution. Lyra and Kayla were there, along with others I hadn't met yet. The sight of so many gorgeous women all in short dresses had me struggling to maintain my composure. Lyra spoke first. "John, we've discussed your situation. While it's clear you boarded by mistake, we need to ensure you won't cause any trouble." I nodded vigorously. "Absolutely. I just want to enjoy my vacation, wherever it takes me." A woman with silver skin and a serene demeanor stepped forward. "I'm Ilana. We've decided to let you stay temporarily, provided you respect our space and follow the rules." "Of course," I agreed, feeling a weight lift off my shoulders. "I promise I won't be any trouble." Kayla's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "What will you do when we reach our next stop?" I frowned. "I'll just disembark and catch another ship." Lyra and Kayla exchanged looks again, this time more somber. "John," Lyra began gently, "this ship is on autopilot with no live crew. It won't stop until it reaches the Galactic Emperor's palace in 10 years. My heart pounded. 10 years. I whispered. "Yes," Elena confirmed. "It's programmed to deliver us to the Emperor without any detours." A new reality. As the days passed, I made an effort to get to know the women better. Each one was unique, not just in appearance, but in personality and abilities. Lyra, with her telepathic powers, often caught me off guard with her insights. Kayla's fiery temper matched her ability to control flames. Alina, an Earth girl like me, offered a comforting presence with her green eyes and gentle nature. Ilana's wisdom and calmness were a soothing balm in this strange new world. Mira, with her ability to control plants, turned our surroundings into a fragrant paradise. My charm and humor helped break down their initial suspicion. I found myself drawn into their world, learning about their lives and dreams. The more I got to know them, the more I realized how incredible each woman was. They weren't just beautiful. They were intelligent, talented, and full of depth. Despite the bizarre circumstances, I couldn't deny the thrill of being surrounded by such stunning and intriguing women. One evening, as we gathered for dinner, the atmosphere felt lighter, more relaxed. Lyra smiled at me from across the table. "So, John, how are you finding life on Harlem 1? I grinned. "It's definitely not what I expected, but I can't complain." Kayla laughed, her eyes twinkling. "You've adapted surprisingly well for someone who thought they were on a budget cruise." I shrugged, trying to hide my growing affection for them. "Well, sometimes the best adventures are the ones you don't plan." As the meal progressed, I felt a sense of belonging I hadn't experienced in a long time. These women, once strangers, were becoming friends and perhaps something more. The thought of leaving them behind at the end of this journey filled me with a strange sense of dread. After dinner, I returned to my cabin, my mind racing with thoughts of the future. I knew I needed to be careful, to tread lightly, but a part of me was already deeply entwined with these extraordinary women. The beauty of their bodies, the allure of their personalities, all made my head spin with possibilities. Lying in bed, I stared at the stars outside my window. I had no idea what lay ahead, but one thing was certain. This journey would change my life forever. Adjusting to life on Harlem 1. The days on the Harlem 1 turned into weeks, and I found myself more and more entwined with the lives of these extraordinary women. Each one had a story, a background that fascinated me as much as their physical beauty. Learning telepathy with Lyra. Lyra, with her mesmerizing violet eyes, took the time to teach me about telepathy. She could read my thoughts, sense my emotions, and even communicate without speaking. It was both thrilling and unnerving to have someone delve into the deepest parts of my mind. One evening, as we sat in the ship's library, she explained, Telepathy is about more than just hearing thoughts. It's about understanding the essence of a person, connecting with their soul. She leaned in close, her lips almost brushing my ear as she whispered, like this. Suddenly, I felt a rush of images and emotions, memories of my childhood, fears, desires, all flooding into my consciousness. It was intimate in a way I had never experienced before. Fire and passion with Kayla. Kayla, on the other hand, was fire incarnate. Her red hair and fiery temper matched her ability to control flames. She showed me how she could conjure fireballs, manipulate heat, and even create intricate patterns of flame that danced in the air. It's not just about destruction, she explained one night as she lit candles around my cabin with a flick of her fingers. Fire can be beautiful, sensual. The warmth of the flames reflected in her eyes as she leaned in to kiss me, the heat between us almost palpable. Comfort and connection with Alina. Alina, the Earth Girl, provided a comforting presence with her gentle nature and kind eyes. She became my anchor amidst the chaos. She often came to my cabin, and we spent hours talking about our lives back on Earth, our dreams, and our fears. One night, our conversation took a more intimate turn. She stayed with me, her body pressed against mine, our movements synchronized in a dance as old as time. Her soft moans filled the room, a symphony of pleasure that echoed in my ears long after she left, her face flushed with delight. Wisdom and calm with Ilana. Ilana, with her silver skin and serene demeanor, shared her wisdom with me. She taught me about the galaxy, the history of her people, and the complexities of interstellar politics. Her calm voice was a balm to my often overwhelmed mind. Knowledge is power, John, she said, her silver fingers tracing patterns on my arm. And power can be intoxicating. Her touch sent shivers down my spine, a reminder of the power dynamics at play. Nature's embrace with Mira. Mira, with her ability to control plants, turned our surroundings into a verdant paradise. She created gardens that filled the ship with the scent of blooming flowers and fresh leaves. One evening, she led me to a secluded alcove she had transformed into a private garden. There, amidst the flowers, she shed her dress and beckoned me to join her. Our lovemaking was wild, primal, a celebration of nature in its rawest form. Deepening bonds. As I spent more time with each woman, I felt our bonds deepening. They began to see me as more than just an intruder. I was becoming part of their world, and they were becoming an integral part of mine. The nights on the Harlem one were filled with passion and discovery. Each woman brought something unique to our encounters, their abilities and personalities making every experience different and special. With Lyra, the telepathic connection added a layer of intimacy that was almost overwhelming. She knew what I wanted, what I needed before I even said a word. Her ability to anticipate my desires made our nights together an exploration of the mind as much as the body. Kayla's fiery nature translated into our lovemaking. It was intense, passionate, almost feral. The heat of her skin against mine, the way her hair cascaded around us like flames, made every touch a spark, every kiss an inferno. Alina's gentleness was a soothing contrast. Our nights were filled with whispered words and tender caresses, her body soft and yielding, responding to my touch with a sensitivity that was both arousing and comforting. Ilana's wisdom extended to our intimate moments. She knew how to guide me, how to teach me the nuances of pleasure and connection. Her silver skin shimmered in the low light, creating an otherworldly aura that added to the allure. Mira's encounters were wild and untamed. We made love in her gardens, the scent of flowers mingling with the sweat and heat of our bodies. She was a force of nature, and being with her felt like being caught in a storm, exhilarating and consuming. Jealousy and conflict. As the bonds deepened, so did the competition for my attention. The women began to show off their talents and beauty, each trying to outdo the others. What started as playful banter turned into something more intense. Jealousy simmered beneath the surface, leading to minor conflicts. One day, Lyra confronted Kayla in the dining hall. "You think your fire tricks impress him. Telepathy is a true connection. Kayla's eyes flashed with anger. At least I don't invade his mind. My connection with him is real. Alina tried to mediate, her gentle nature straining under the tension. We all care for John. There's no need for this. Despite her efforts, the competition only grew. The women vied for my time, each seeking to prove that their connection with me was the strongest. It was flattering but also overwhelming. Finding balance, the rising tensions began to wear on me. One evening, I called a meeting with the women, their faces a mix of curiosity and apprehension. I can't handle this constant competition. I began. We need to find a way to balance our relationships. Lyra's eyes narrowed. What do you suggest? A rotation system, I said, taking a deep breath. Each of you gets dedicated time with me, and occasionally we can have group encounters to maintain harmony. There was a moment of silence before Ilana spoke. It's unconventional, but it might work. We need to maintain peace. Kayla nodded reluctantly. Agreed. We can't keep fighting like this. The women slowly came around to the idea, realizing they had no other options. My effort to maintain peace was appreciated, and the tension began to ease. Building a community. With the new system in place, the atmosphere on the ship lightened. We started throwing wild parties, dancing until dawn. The women, dressed in their finest, moved with a grace that was mesmerizing. We had pillow fights, laughter echoing through the corridors, and late-night conversations that brought us closer. One night, during a particularly raucous party, Lyra pulled me aside. This is working, John. We're becoming a community. I looked around at the women, their faces glowing with happiness. I'm glad. I couldn't do this without you all. As the party continued, I felt a stronger sense of community among us. The jealousy and competition faded, replaced by camaraderie and mutual respect. I felt more confident in my role, knowing that I was not just a passenger but an integral part of this extraordinary journey. The days blended into weeks, and the bonds we formed grew stronger. Each woman's unique qualities added to the richness of our shared experiences. The erotic nights, the wild parties, and the intimate conversations all contributed to a sense of unity that transcended our initial doubts and fears. As we navigated the vastness of space, I realized that this unexpected journey was shaping me in ways I had never imagined. The women were not just companions. They were teachers, lovers, and friends. Together, we were creating a story that was as beautiful as it was unpredictable. Embracing the journey. The days aboard Harlem 1 continued to blend together as we sailed through the cosmos. The relationships I forged with each woman deepened, their unique traits and abilities creating a dynamic and enriching environment. The ship, once a symbol of confusion and isolation, became a sanctuary where I discovered more about myself and my extraordinary companions. Expanding horizons with Lyra. Lyra's telepathic abilities opened new dimensions of understanding and intimacy. Our connection grew beyond mere thoughts and emotions. One evening, as we meditated together, she showed me how to project my consciousness beyond the confines of my body. Feel the energy around you, she whispered, her voice reverberating in my mind. Let it guide you. I closed my eyes and concentrated. Suddenly, I felt myself floating above the ship, seeing the stars in a way I never had before. It was a liberating experience, one that brought us closer in a way words could never describe. Unleashing creativity with Kayla. Kayla's fiery nature and ability to control flames were not just about power, but also about creativity. She taught me to see fire as an artistic medium. Together, we would spend evenings creating mesmerizing displays of dancing flames, turning the ship's observation deck into a canvas of light and heat. One night, she crafted a fiery phoenix that soared above us, its wings spreading sparks in the dark. Fire is life, John, she said, her eyes glowing with intensity. It's destructive, yes, but also beautiful and full of potential. Exploring nature with Mira. Mira's control over plants and nature made her a source of endless fascination. She transformed parts of the ship into lush gardens, where I often found solace and peace. Her ability to manipulate flora extended beyond simple aesthetics. She showed me how plants could be used for healing and sustenance. One afternoon, she led me to a secluded corner of her garden, where rare alien flowers bloomed. These flowers have medicinal properties, she explained, crushing a petal to release a fragrant oil. They can heal wounds and soothe pain. Wisdom and philosophy with Ilana. Ilana's wisdom and calm demeanor provided a grounding influence amidst the chaos of our journey. She introduced me to the philosophies and histories of her people, broadening my understanding of the galaxy. We spent countless nights discussing the nature of existence, the balance of power, and the future of our journey. Knowledge is not just about facts, she would say, her silver eyes reflecting the ship's ambient light. It's about understanding the interconnectedness of all things. Cultivating empathy with Alina. Alina's gentle nature and empathetic abilities made her a natural healer and confidant. She had an uncanny ability to sense my emotions, often offering comfort and support when I needed it most. One night, as I struggled with feelings of homesickness, she sat beside me, her presence a calming balm. "You're not alone, John," she whispered, her hand on mine. "We're all in this together, and we'll face whatever comes our way." Facing challenges together. As our relationships flourished, so did the challenges we faced. The ship, although a marvel of technology, was not immune to problems. One day, an unexpected meteor shower damaged the navigation system, leaving us adrift in space. The women and I worked together to assess and repair the damage. Lyra used her telepathic abilities to coordinate efforts. Kayla applied her control over heat to fuse broken circuits, and Mira's plants provided emergency food supplies. "It's not just about surviving," Ilana said as we labored. "It's about thriving together, using our strengths to overcome obstacles." Celebrating unity. With the ship repaired and our course reset, we decided to celebrate our success with a grand feast. The dining hall was transformed into a vibrant space, filled with laughter and music. Each woman contributed a dish from her culture, creating a tapestry of flavors and experiences. As we gathered around the table, Lyra raised her glass. "To unity," she toasted, "to our journey and the bonds we formed." "To unity," we echoed, feeling a profound sense of connection. The arrival of new challenges. Our journey was not without its moments of tension and jealousy. Despite our efforts to maintain harmony, the underlying competition for my attention sometimes resurfaced. One evening, a disagreement between Kayla and Mira escalated into a heated argument. "You think your plants can solve everything," Kayla snapped, her eyes blazing. "Fire is what keeps us warm and safe." Mira's eyes flashed with anger. "And what happens when your fire burns everything down? We need balance, not destruction." I stepped in, trying to calm the situation. "Both of you bring invaluable skills. We need to work together, not against each other." Creating the system of balance. To prevent further conflicts, we established a more structured system of time sharing and collaboration. Each woman had dedicated time with me, but we also focused on group activities that fostered teamwork and mutual respect. We engaged in cooperative projects, like designing new sections of the ship, planning exploration missions, and even creating art together. These activities not only strengthened our bonds, but also highlighted the importance of unity and balance. Building a legacy. As the years passed, our makeshift family grew closer. We celebrated milestones, supported each other through hardships, and explored the far reaches of space. The Harlem One became more than just a ship. It was our home, a symbol of our journey and growth. One evening, as we watched the stars from the observation deck, Lyra spoke up. "We've come a long way, John. But what's next? What do we want our legacy to be?" I looked at the women around me, each one a testament to the incredible journey we had undertaken. "Our legacy," I said thoughtfully, "should be one of unity, resilience, and exploration. We've shown that despite our differences, we can achieve great things together." Let's continue to push the boundaries, to explore new worlds, and to build a future that reflects the strength of our bonds. A new beginning. With a renewed sense of purpose, we set our sights on new horizons. The challenges we faced had only strengthened our resolve. Our journey was far from over, and the galaxy held countless mysteries and adventures yet to be discovered. Together, we would continue to navigate the stars, our unity and determination guiding us through whatever lay ahead. The Harlem One, once a ship of unexpected circumstances, had become a beacon of hope and possibility. New frontiers. Our journey on the Harlem One took us to uncharted territories and unexplored worlds. Each new discovery brought excitement and challenges, pushing us to grow individually and as a family. Discovering new worlds. One day, our sensors picked up an uncharted planet teeming with life. The lush greenery and vibrant ecosystems promised an adventure unlike any we had experienced. We decided to land and explore, eager to see what secrets this new world held. As we descended, Mira's excitement was palpable. "Look at the diversity of plant life," she exclaimed. "This is a botanist's dream." Once we landed, we set out to explore the dense forests and winding rivers. The flora and fauna were unlike anything we had seen before. Mira was in her element, cataloging new species and collecting samples. The rest of us marveled at the beauty and complexity of the ecosystem. An unexpected encounter. While exploring a particularly dense section of the forest, we stumbled upon an ancient structure hidden among the trees. The architecture was unlike any we had encountered, suggesting a long-lost civilization. "Do you think anyone still lives here?" Alina asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. Before we could answer, a group of beings emerged from the shadows. They were tall, with shimmering skin that changed colors with the light. Their eyes were large and intelligent, filled with both curiosity and caution. One of them stepped forward, speaking in a melodious language we couldn't understand. Lyra, using her telepathic abilities, attempted to communicate. "They're asking who we are and what we want," she said after a moment. "They seem wary but not hostile." I stepped forward, raising my hands in a gesture of peace. "We come in peace," I said, hoping my tone conveyed sincerity. "We are explorers from another world, seeking to learn and understand." After a tense moment, the beings relaxed. Their leader, who introduced herself telepathically as Alara, invited us to their village. Building trust. In the village, we learned about their rich history and culture. The beings, who called themselves the Loomer, were guardians of the planet, ensuring its ecological balance. They had advanced technology, but it was seamlessly integrated with nature. "We have much to learn from each other," Alara said. "Our knowledge of the natural world can benefit you, and your technology can help us protect our planet." We spent weeks with the Loomer, sharing knowledge and building trust. Mira was particularly fascinated by their botanical expertise, while Ilana delved into their history and philosophies. Kayla and I worked with their engineers to improve both our technologies. Facing new challenges. As we integrated with the Loomer, a new threat emerged. A neighboring planet had begun aggressive mining operations that threatened the delicate balance of the Loomer's world. The mining activities were causing environmental damage and disturbing the natural harmony. "We cannot allow this to continue," Alara said, her voice filled with determination. "But we lack the means to defend ourselves." We agreed to help. Using our combined knowledge and resources, we devised a plan to confront the miners and protect the planet. Kayla's ability to control flames proved invaluable in intimidating the miners, while Lyra's telepathy allowed us to negotiate a ceasefire. A unified front. The conflict with the miners was a turning point. It showed the strength of our unity and the power of collaboration. The Loomer, inspired by our efforts, decided to form an alliance with us. Together, we would protect their world and explore new frontiers. As we prepared to leave, Alara presented us with a gift, a crystal imbued with the essence of their planet. "This crystal symbolizes our bond," she said. "It will guide you back to us whenever you need." Continuing the journey. With new allies and renewed purpose, we set off once again into the vast expanse of space. The Loomer's knowledge and the crystal they gave us became valuable assets on our journey. One night, as we sailed through the stars, Lyra and I stood on the observation deck. "We've come so far," she said, her voice filled with wonder. "But there's still so much to see." I nodded, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. "And we'll face whatever comes our way together. We've built something incredible here, and it's only the beginning." Exploring the unknown, our travels took us to the edge of the galaxy, where we discovered a star system with a dying sun. The planets orbiting it were in various stages of decay, their civilizations long gone. It was a stark reminder of the impermanence of life and the importance of our mission. Ilana, ever the philosopher, pondered the significance. These worlds once thrived, just as we do now. It's a reminder that we must cherish and protect what we have. A new hope. Amidst the desolation, we found a planet still clinging to life. It was inhabited by a small group of survivors, struggling to maintain their civilization. They welcomed us with open arms, seeing us as a beacon of hope. We thought we were alone. Their leader, a woman named Sarah, said, "But you've shown us that there's still hope, still a chance for renewal." We share our resources and knowledge, helping them rebuild and stabilize their environment. The experience reinforced our commitment to exploration and unity. Forging ahead, as we continued our journey, I felt a profound sense of purpose. The Harlem One was more than just a ship. It was a vessel of hope, carrying the promise of a better future. The bonds we had formed and the knowledge we had gained would guide us through whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, we would navigate the stars, our unity and resilience lighting the way. The journey was far from over, but with each new frontier, we grew stronger and more connected. The legacy of unity. The journey on the Harlem One continued to be one of discovery and growth. As we traversed the galaxy, the lessons we learned and the bonds we forged only strengthened our resolve. Each new adventure was a testament to the power of unity and the enduring spirit of exploration. A message from home. One day, as we sailed through the vastness of space, the ship's communication system crackled to life. It was a message from Earth, relayed through a network of satellites and relay stations. The voice on the other end was familiar and filled with emotion. "John, it's been years. We thought we had lost you. This is your brother, Alex. We've been trying to reach you. Are you okay?" Hearing my brother's voice after so long brought a wave of nostalgia and relief. I quickly responded, explaining our journey and the incredible experiences we had encountered. The connection was unstable, but the message was clear. Earth had not forgotten us. Reconnecting with Earth. The message from Alex sparked a renewed determination to reconnect with our home planet. We set a course for Earth, eager to share our discoveries and the incredible story of our journey. The women, too, were excited to learn more about my world and to see the place that had shaped me. As we approached the solar system, the familiar sight of Earth brought tears to my eyes. It was a beautiful, fragile blue orb, teeming with life and possibility. The Harlem One entered orbit, and we prepared for re-entry. A hero's welcome. Our arrival on Earth was met with astonishment and celebration. The media quickly picked up the story of the man who had been presumed lost in space, returning with a ship full of extraordinary women from distant worlds. We were greeted as heroes, and the story of our journey captivated the world. Alex was there to greet me as I stepped off the ship. We embraced, the years of separation melting away. "I can't believe it's really you," he said, tears in his eyes. "We've missed you so much." I introduced him to Lyra, Kayla, Alina, Ilana, and Mira. Each of them was welcomed with awe and admiration. Their unique abilities and cultures fascinated everyone they met. Sharing knowledge. We spent months sharing our knowledge and experiences with scientists, historians, and leaders. The technology and insights we brought back had the potential to revolutionize many aspects of life on Earth. From Mira's botanical expertise to Ilana's philosophical wisdom, Each woman contributed in ways that left a lasting impact. Lyra's telepathic abilities intrigued neuroscientists, while Kayla's control over flames amazed physicists. Alina's empathy and healing powers were studied by medical researchers, and Alana's knowledge of interstellar politics helped diplomats envision new possibilities for Earth's role in the galaxy. Building a new future. Our return to Earth was not just about sharing knowledge. It was also about building a new future. We worked with leaders to establish programs that promoted unity, exploration, and sustainable development. The lessons we had learned on our journey became guiding principles for a new era of cooperation and innovation. One of the most significant projects was the creation of the Unity Institute, a center dedicated to interstellar research and cultural exchange. It was a place where humans and beings from other worlds could come together to share knowledge and build a better future. Facing new challenges. Despite the overwhelming support, not everyone was welcoming. There were those who feared the changes we represented, who saw our journey as a threat to the status quo. We faced skepticism and resistance from some quarters, but our commitment to unity and progress never wavered. One night, as we discussed these challenges, Lyra placed a reassuring hand on my shoulder. "Change is always difficult," she said, "but we've faced greater challenges before, and we've always come through stronger. We just need to stay united." The birth of a new era. As the years passed, the impact of our journey continued to ripple through society. The Unity Institute became a beacon of hope and progress, attracting brilliant minds from around the world and beyond. New technologies and discoveries emerged, inspired by the knowledge and experiences we had shared. The women and I remained close, our bonds only growing stronger with time. We traveled between Earth and the stars, continuing our mission of exploration and unity. Each new adventure brought new lessons and opportunities to build a better future, a lasting legacy. One evening, as we gathered on the observation deck of the Harlem 1, looking out at the stars, I felt a profound sense of fulfillment. We had come so far, from the unexpected journey that began with a simple mistake to the creation of a legacy that would endure for generations. "We've built something incredible," I said, my voice filled with emotion. "And it's only the beginning. There's so much more to explore, so much more to achieve." Kayla smiled, her fiery spirit undimmed. "We'll face it all together, just as we always have." Alina nodded, her eyes filled with warmth. "And we'll continue to grow and thrive, learning from each new experience." Ilana's voice was steady and wise. "Our journey has shown us the power of unity and the importance of understanding. Those lessons will guide us wherever we go." Mira's gaze was full of wonder. "The galaxy is vast, and there are countless worlds to discover. Our story is just beginning." Lyra's telepathic voice resonated in my mind, and together we will continue to write that story, one chapter at a time. As we looked out at the infinite expanse of space, I knew that our journey would never truly end. The legacy we had built was one of unity, resilience, and exploration. It was a testament to the power of the human spirit and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. The next chapter. The transition from being travelers in the vast expanse of space to ambassadors of interstellar unity on Earth marked the beginning of a new chapter in our journey. Our experiences aboard Harlem 1 had transformed us, and now, our mission was to bring the spirit of exploration and unity to the people of Earth and beyond. Expanding the Unity Institute. The Unity Institute flourished, attracting scientists, engineers, diplomats, and scholars from all over the world. It became a hub of innovation and collaboration, a place where ideas flowed freely, and the boundaries of knowledge were constantly pushed. The Institute's motto, "Unity through Diversity," embody our commitment to learning from one another and working together for a brighter future. Lyra and I often gave talks on the importance of telepathic communication and understanding, while Kayla led workshops on harnessing the power of natural elements. Mira's botanical research transformed agriculture, and Ilana's insights into interstellar diplomacy guided the formation of new alliances. Alina's work in empathy and healing brought advancements in mental health and emotional well-being. A global expedition. To further our mission, we organized a global expedition, visiting different countries to share our knowledge and experiences firsthand. The Harlem one became a symbol of hope and possibility as we traveled from continent to continent. Each stop on our journey was met with enthusiasm and curiosity, as people from all walks of life gathered to learn from us. In Africa, Mira's expertise in sustainable agriculture revolutionized farming practices, increasing yields and improving food security. In Asia, Lyra's telepathic techniques were integrated into education systems, enhancing learning and fostering deeper connections among students. In Europe, Ilana's diplomatic strategies helped resolve long-standing conflicts, promoting peace and cooperation. A new generation of explorers. Our efforts inspired a new generation of explorers and innovators. Young people from around the world look to us as role models, eager to contribute to the mission of unity and exploration. We established scholarship programs and mentorship initiatives, empowering the next generation to dream big and pursue their passions. One such young explorer was a girl named Anya, who had a keen interest in astrophysics. With our guidance, she developed a new propulsion system that made space travel more efficient and accessible. Her invention earned her international recognition and became a cornerstone of future space missions. Facing adversity. Despite our successes, we faced significant adversity. Some factions viewed our mission with suspicion, fearing the changes we represented. There were protests and political challenges, but we remained steadfast in our commitment to unity and progress. One evening, as we discussed the rising tensions, Alina spoke with her characteristic empathy. We must listen to their fears and address their concerns. Only through understanding can we hope to bridge these divides. Ilana nodded in agreement. Diplomacy and dialogue are essential. We must be patient and persistent. A critical mission. As tensions grew, we received a distress signal from a distant planet in a neighboring star system. The planet, Viridian, was facing a catastrophic environmental crisis caused by unchecked industrial activity. The situation was dire, and the Viridians had reached out for help. "We have to go," Mira said urgently. "Their ecosystem is collapsing. We can't ignore this." We gathered a team of experts and set off for Viridian, determined to assist in any way we could. Upon arrival, we were struck by the devastation. The once thriving planet was now a wasteland of polluted rivers and barren landscapes. Restoring balance. Working alongside the Viridians, we implemented a comprehensive plan to restore the planet's natural balance. Mira led reforestation efforts, using her botanical knowledge to revive the native plant species. Kayla's control over fire helped to detoxify the polluted areas, while Lyra's telepathic abilities facilitated communication and cooperation among the diverse groups. Ilana and I worked with the Viridian leaders to establish sustainable practices and enforce environmental protections. Alina provided emotional support and healing to those affected by the crisis, helping them rebuild their lives and communities. A transformative experience. The experience on Viridian was transformative for all of us. We saw firsthand the impact of human activity on the environment and the importance of sustainable practices. It reinforced our commitment to protecting the delicate balance of nature and promoting responsible stewardship of the planet. As we prepared to leave Viridian, their leader, Ceres, expressed profound gratitude. "You have given us hope and a second chance. We will not squander it." A new home. Our journey continued, and along the way, we discovered a planet that felt like home. It was a lush, vibrant world, with diverse ecosystems and abundant resources. We named it Elysia, and it became the site of our permanent settlement. Elysia was a place where humans and beings from other worlds could coexist in harmony, sharing knowledge and working together to build a better future. The settlement grew into a thriving community, a testament to the power of unity and collaboration. Looking to the future. As I stood on the balcony of our new home, looking out at the Elysian landscape, I felt a profound sense of fulfillment. Our journey had taken us across the galaxy, brought us through countless challenges, and led us to this moment of peace and possibility. "We've accomplished so much," I said to Lyra, who stood beside me. "But there's still so much more to explore, so much more to achieve." Lyra smiled, her eyes filled with determination. "And we'll do it together, just as we always have." Kayla, Alina, Ilana, and Mira joined us, their faces reflecting the same sense of purpose and excitement. "The galaxy is vast," Ilana said, "and our journey is far from over." Together, we looked out at the stars, ready to embrace the next chapter of our adventure. With unity, resilience, and a spirit of exploration, we would continue to navigate the cosmos, seeking new frontiers and building a legacy that would endure for generations to come. Beyond the horizon, our new settlement on Elysia thrived, becoming a beacon of unity and progress in the galaxy. Yet even in this paradise, the call of the unexplored beckoned us. We had come so far, but our journey was far from over. With a renewed sense of purpose, we prepared for the next great adventure, the call to exploration. One morning, while scanning the skies, our sensors detected a mysterious signal emanating from deep space. The signal was unlike anything we had encountered before, composed of complex patterns and frequencies that suggested an advanced and unknown civilization. "We have to investigate this," Mira said, her eyes gleaming with excitement. "This could be a significant discovery." Kayla nodded. "We've faced so many challenges and learned so much. It's time to see what else is out there." Assembling the team, we gathered our most trusted companions and allies, preparing the Harlem One for another journey into the unknown. The team included scientists, engineers, diplomats, and explorers, all eager to uncover the mysteries of the signal. Before departing, we held a ceremony to honor our community on Elysia. It was a moment of reflection and gratitude, acknowledging the strength and resilience that had brought us this far, into the unknown. As we set off, the familiar hum of the Harlem One filled the air, a comforting reminder of the adventures that lay ahead. The journey took us to the far reaches of the galaxy, through nebula and star systems that dazzled the senses with their beauty and complexity. Days turned into weeks as we followed the signal, deciphering its intricate patterns and piecing together its origin. The excitement among the crew was palpable. We were on the brink of a major discovery. First contact. Finally, we arrived at the source of the signal, a massive space station orbiting a distant star. The station was unlike anything we had seen, its design a testament to the advanced technology and artistic vision of its creators. We approached cautiously, transmitting a message of peace and curiosity. Moments later, a response came through, and the screen flickered to life, revealing a figure with strikingly beautiful features and an air of regal authority. "Welcome, travelers," the figure said. "I am Elian, leader of the Eloria. We have been waiting for your arrival." Building trust. Elian invited us aboard the station, and we marveled at the advanced technology and sophisticated culture of the Eloria. They were a species of great intelligence and empathy, with a deep understanding of the universe's mysteries. "We have observed your journey," Elian explained. "Your dedication to unity and exploration resonates with our own values. We believe there is much we can learn from each other." Sharing knowledge. Over the following weeks, we engaged in a profound exchange of knowledge and culture. The Eloria shared their advanced technologies, including innovations in energy, medicine, and space travel. In return, we shared our experiences and the lessons we had learned from our journey. Lyra's telepathic abilities intrigued the Eloria, who had developed their own forms of mental communication. Together, they explored new dimensions of consciousness and connection. Kayla's control over fire inspired their scientists to experiment with elemental manipulation, a common threat. As we delved deeper into our collaboration, we discovered a shared concern. The Voidborn, a malevolent force that sought to consume and destroy, had begun to encroach upon Elorian space. The Eloria had been able to hold them at bay, But the threat was growing. "We cannot face this alone," Elian said, their voice filled with determination. "We need your help to protect our worlds and ensure the survival of our civilizations." United in purpose, with a renewed sense of urgency, we formed an alliance with the Eloria, combining our strengths and resources to combat the Voidborn threat. The Harlem One became the flagship of our united fleet, leading the charge against the encroaching darkness. The battles were fierce and unforgiving, but our unity and resolve never wavered. Together, we developed new strategies and technologies, using the harmonic resonator to amplify our defenses and disrupt the Voidborn's attacks. A pivotal victory. In a climactic battle, we faced the Voidborn's main fleet. The outcome of this confrontation would determine the fate of our worlds. As the battle raged on, Lyra, Kayla, Alina, Ilana, Mira, and I worked together, our bond and trust in each other giving us the strength to persevere. Using the harmonic resonator, we created a powerful energy field that repelled the Voidborn and protected our fleet. The combined forces of Earth, Elysia, and the Eloria launched a final, coordinated assault, breaking the Voidborn's lines and forcing their retreat. A new dawn. The victory over the Voidborn marked the beginning of a new era. The alliance between our civilizations grew stronger, united by our shared triumph and the promise of a brighter future. The Eloria became invaluable allies, their wisdom and technology enriching our lives and guiding our journey. As we returned to Elysia, we were greeted with celebrations and gratitude. The people of our settlement had followed our progress, and our success filled them with pride and hope. The legacy we had built was now part of a larger narrative, one of resilience, unity, and exploration. Continuing the journey, our mission continued, driven by the same spirit of curiosity and determination that had guided us from the beginning. We explored new worlds, formed new alliances, and faced new challenges, always learning and growing along the way. One evening, as we stood on the balcony of our home on Elysia, looking out at the stars, Lyra spoke softly. "We've come so far, John, but there's still so much more to discover." I nodded, feeling a profound sense of fulfillment. "And we'll face it all together, just as we always have." Kayla, Alina, Ilana, and Mira joined us, their faces reflecting the same sense of purpose and excitement. "The galaxy is vast," Ilana said, "and our journey is far from over." With unity, resilience, and a spirit of exploration, we would continue to navigate the cosmos, seeking new frontiers and building a legacy that would endure for generations to come.